In the 1870s and 1880s, British workers, students and merchants living in French port cities like Le Havre brought association football with them as a pastime. The sport spread quickly among French youth who saw in it something new, organized, physical and modern. Le Havre Athletic Club, founded in 1872, is widely recognized as one of the oldest football clubs still active in France today. By the late 1880s, French football had grown enough that pioneers organized the Union des Sociétés Françaises de Sports Athlétiques, founded in 1889, an umbrella body that brought football under formal national governance. This gave clubs a shared rulebook and a pathway to compete against one another across regions. It was an unglamorous administrative moment, but without it, a national game could not exist. One of football's great visionaries, Jules Rimet, was French. He became president of FIFA in 1921 and spent years championing the idea of a global tournament. His persistence led directly to the first FIFA World Cup, held in Uruguay in 1930, a competition that bore his name on the trophy for decades. France participated in that inaugural tournament, marking the country's early place on the world stage. The years after World War II saw French club football mature rapidly. Stade de Reims emerged as the country's dominant side in the 1950s, reaching the European Cup final twice, in 1956 and 1959, though they fell to Real Madrid on both occasions. These defeats stung, but they announced that French football was ready to compete at the highest European level. No player embodied French flair in this era more than Raymond Kopa, who won the Ballon d'Or in 1958. The same year, France achieved their best World Cup result up to that point, finishing third in Sweden. Alongside Kopa, striker Just Fontaine scored 13 goals in that single tournament, a record that still stands today. That summer in Sweden gave France a new sense of what their football could be. The professionalization of French football deepened through the 1970s and 1980s, and a new generation began to take shape. Michel Platini, elegant, intelligent, and lethal from set pieces, won the Ballon d'Or 3 consecutive times between 1983 and 1985. He led France to their first major international trophy at the 1984 European Championship on home soil, finishing as the tournament's top scorer. The defining moment of French football history arrived on the evening of July 12, 1998, when France hosted the World Cup final against Brazil at the Stade de France in Saint-Denis. Zinedine Zidane headed in 2 first-half goals, and France won 3-0, claiming their first World Cup title. The victory united a diverse, multicultural squad under the banner of one nation, and the phrase Black Blanc Bleu entered the national conversation about identity. Since 1998, French football has never stood still. A second World Cup followed in 2018, won by a team built again on remarkable diversity and technical brilliance. The country's youth academy system, centered on Clairefontaine, has become a model studied across the world for how to develop elite talent at scale. Football in France is no longer borrowed from Britain. It is entirely, unmistakably, its own.